Bitcoin Live. Today with me, Sunday, is Tunc. I won't pronounce your last name because I think I'll butcher it, but welcome to the show.
Yeah, let me just help you and save you up the trouble. It's Turkish. I'm Turkish, and the name pronounced like Tunç, Serdaş. I know it's not easy. You can say Tunç, Tunc. It's all good because everyone's calling me those two for the last year, and it's me. It's who I am, and I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah,
Hi.
welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning. Can you sort of give people some background of who you are and how you got involved with crypto and NFTs?
Yeah, of course. It has been, I think, 2 years with the crypto and NFTs. And before, I have been graduate from interior architecture. Then I did my master's on product design. Then, as soon as I finish, I just like turned my back to all that education and become a photographer and worked on the field for 15 years. And like I was a hippie photographer, let's say. I was shooting all architectural and photos for the magazines, and then some portraits for the magazines, blah blah. I worked in the field for 15 years, and with all my money, I just like traveled all around the world and seen so many countries, and this was my all 15 years. Then I jumped into the acrylic pouring painting and mixed acrylic paints with some water and did some like paintings and did some exhibitions and spent like 3 or 4 years in the art scene, let's say. And then it was the pandemic and we were stuck at home, blah blah, you know the drill. And uh, I just started hearing some news about NFT. What's this NFT? Okay, I'm an artist. I have stuff. I have seen many countries and took many documentary shots. I can use these photographs. I thought. Then back then I was thinking that product was selling itself. I had no idea what the NFT was. So I spent a year without selling a single NFT, like sorry, just one NFT on the Ethereum site. And then I was introduced the Avalanche ecosystem by my brother Subsverdash, and I joined, and there was Tap Tap, and you had like a beautiful chat with Tap Tap last weeks, and
True.
like Tap Tap was there, Burger Pix was there, Hodl, my brother Sarp, then Ali Ergin joined, and like we started to build this AVAX art thing because there was none, and we were the like we cannot say there was none. That wouldn't be precise, but we didn't have a community, and we were the community back then to build that. And we all played our roles. We are still playing our roles to build that scene. And for the last year, I'm a builder on the Avalanche system. As like saying builder, I am an artist, I'm a photographer, and I paint. Like I do digital drawings and I create stories. I love stories. I tell stories. Each and every of my paintings has a lore down below. And like I'm just building a game. That's my feeling. And my PFP right now you're seeing is the Pirates collection, Black Flag Pirates. This is our
Yeah.
last thing. Like we did it as for artists as a collab. So we mixed every trait, each eye, each cloth is designed by a different artist. And like we just did the art to build a community that we needed. This is it. You are seeing like this is a new experiment, and it's going well for the last month. So we are like uh, my jump into the ecosystem was just like the roots, and my first collection was the shamanic roots. Then it's kind of built up on top of it, and these pirates or all my other collections, blah blah, are just like I'm branching up. It's just like creating one, let's say, brand, or trying to survive on an ecosystem and trying to find the person you want to be, let's say it like that. And I'm in that journey.
Yeah, well, that's very elaborate, and thank you for that introduction. By the way, sorry for the background. I tried the nice background, but
No problem. I was
my computer.
distracted just for 2 seconds seeing your kitchen there, but it's all cool now. I'm in the same setup. You don't see me, but I'm exactly in the same setup. So it's a honest conversation. It makes me feel so relaxed.
Yeah,
So it's all
usually
good,
I
bro.
have it slightly turned to have a better view, but so this is my kitchen.
No worries for me, bro. Person to person, I feel much more comfortable right now. Let's talk.
Okay, good. So yeah, you're on Avalanche. This is basically a whole series of NFT artists working on Avalanche, and especially really good artists like yourself, who sort of come
Thank you.
together and promote their own work, but also Avalanche as a project. And yeah, I'm really happy that you're here and to talk about all of that. And we're gonna sort of dive into your art because you said you're a painter, you're a photographer, and I was sort of browsing through your link tree and I saw some really incredible stuff. And I think
Thank
we
you.
should just jump right into it.
Yeah,
Um,
let's do it.
that's over here, your website, and you got these amazing photography that you do.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
it's
you.
really mind-blowing stuff. That
These are
can you
the
tell us a little bit about
yeah
it?
these are the stuff that I was talking about. Like I had worked in the field as a professional photographer, and those photos are not these photos. I took those photos to earn some money and to see these places to get these photos. So these are the products of the product. And like my okay, this photo is like more famous than me. It has been printed everywhere. When you type Göbekli Tepe, it's a ancient site, like the oldest and ancient site on earth, much like Stonehenge, but much older. And like I was one of the first photographers there, and this photo was printed all around, and it doesn't have my name below it, so it's famous. I
Yeah,
am not, but yeah, this photo is one of my babies. And like just next to it, you can see Machu Picchu, Peru, and
yeah,
down below you can see Angkor Wat, Cambodia, and Nepal, Kathmandu, Cuba, Havana. There is Jaipur, India. There is one from my city. There is one from Paris. Blah blah. So yeah, I have given my life to get these documentary shots. It was like my only aim for 15 years. Then yeah, like I think I had a like goal I want to achieve. I wanted to be I want to be able to take photos like my masters. And like when I got a feeling I was like almost there. You cannot be there, but like you can swim in the same seas, same waters, let's say. And when I felt I was there, I just switched to acrylic pouring because like I'm a like monkey artist guy, like I ape into stuff. And then when I love something, I just hang on to it and play with it for some years. And after that, it was that era. And after that, it was the NFT era. Now I just create digitally and I create every day. And it's just like I have to do it. And back in those days, I had to take those photos. Now, in these days, I have to draw, I have to create on my iPad. So time changes, we adapt, and I'm like a happy, a happy and a lucky artist, I can say, because I got the attention I wanted. So now I have some eyes on me, like waiting what I do next. This is a dream for any artist. Like if you have that, you have the space of creativity, and you can do anything literally because like you have the support. And
so
like
these basically these
yeah,
photographs were like inspirations for you because you're also a collector, like you say, right? You're not just an artist, but also a collector.
yeah, it's like it's impossible not to collect when you have beautiful art around you. It's like going into and out of galleries and not getting any piece to hang on your wall. Are you crazy for not doing that? You have to do it. I want a piece of tap tap on my wall. So yeah, and yeah, and after that, like now you open the second era, let's say, of my journey was these acrylic pouring. Like it's after photography is like it has corners, like it has rules, and like if you like stay in those boundaries, and if you dance in those boundaries, then your photographs become more like a photograph. Let's say, like, of course every photo is a photo, but like when I say photo, I'm talking like historically, like big photographers took some serious photos and they shaped the art form. So you cannot like you can, but when you do, it's not in the art form, blah blah, the classic discussion. I will not go into that, but it had some rules. It had some rules, and I was in those rules, and I was trying to like learn and like use those rules in a good way. But with this acrylic pouring, it was freedom. It was like skiing with photography, but with acrylic pouring, it was snowboarding. I had no like path, or like I could go from the in between the trees, and I can go off tracks, blah blah blah. So this was freedom for me, all the shapes, all the corners. So I just enjoy this freedom, and it's just colors. And when it's just colors, it's so abstract. So whoever looks at it sees a different thing. So it's like letting the viewer to have their own journey. It's a different aspect of photography. You are telling this is this, and when you look to this view from this angle, this guy thinks this, blah blah blah. It's like a sentence with many dots, like it's certain. But
Yeah.
with this abstract forms, it's so free. You can think of your ex love, or you can think of your future, and I will never know. And this belongs to you, not me. So I just like create a reason for you to feel. This is a totally different aspect of art, I think. So I just enjoyed this for 3 or 4 years, let's say. And after that, like the NFT journey started, and I think I had a chance to combine both, like
Yeah.
uh,
But these are
NFT.
really mesmerizing. I mean, they're very beautiful. The way you use colors and these
You
sort of
have to see
abstract
them
forms.
in real life. Yeah,
Yeah.
I I can send you a little like a 30 centimeter one if you like. Drop me
Wow. Yeah.
address. When I'm back in Istanbul, I will send you one.
Wow. Yeah. I would love to. I mean,
Okay,
they're
perfect,
really, really beautiful. They could
perfect.
sort of remind me of those marbles, only way more beautiful. Uh,
Yeah, right. Like it's that marble technique is a traditional Turkish technique, and
ah.
like this is more or less the same technique with the modern materials. And
Yeah.
I'm like using epoxy to cover each and every one of them. So they feel like glass, like some
Yeah.
colors are dancing in the glass when they're covered in epoxy. Yours will be like that, and like you will have that feeling like the colors are free, but this is just a photograph of the time. Like you had freeze, like a river is frozen, and this is how it flows, but this is just the movement of it. So it's basically like a photograph of the pouring colors. So yeah, it's like
It's like a
it's
still.
it's fun. Yeah, it's like a still,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
you see that movement when you look at it. So yeah, it's fun.
It's like a moment of becoming at a standstill.
Yeah,
It's
right.
it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna browse to a couple of more before we enter your NFTs
Of course,
because
as you
they're
like.
just too gorgeous not to browse to. I
And
also love this one. It's really incredible. It's like the ocean sort of captured in a circle.
perfect. Just this sentence is worth doing it. Like this sentence you did is about you. It's not about me or the painting. It's about you. And this painting, just making you say that sentence, this is just beautiful, bro. This is art. So when you say the sentence, this becomes art. So thank you for this. Yeah, it felt
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'll browse to a couple of more because to sort of people give them an impression of your incredible work. Because these are your paintings, and
Yeah,
we're also going to touch upon your NFTs, which are very different in style than these, right? These
yeah.
are
Colors are similar because I learned
yeah,
how to use colors doing these. So you can see similar colors, but yeah, forms are something else. Those forms, the forms of the NFTs, let's say, we can go to the shamanic roots if you like after these. And like
yeah.
when we open those, I will tell why I'm doing them and how I combine like the styles.
These look like those paintings of yesterday, or those maps, sort of like a cosmic map, a macrocosm and
Yeah,
microcosm. It's really, yeah, it's really
yeah. It's
gorgeous.
it's it's when you just look at the grass from like very close distance, you see the similar thing when you look the galaxy from like
Yeah,
far away. So it's more or less the same thing. It's just about like the scale and dimension, and it's the same with like the relationships we build or like the art we make. It's always the same. So it's if you get a glance of that macro or micro as
yeah.
a photo in an art form, then it speaks for itself. So this was the experiment of that, like without using any forms, just colors. Can I like do it like Jackson Pollock. Let's say, like, he's my hero, like, because it's free, because it's you can like feel the freedom when you look at that painting. And I just wanted to try that on my own. I cannot like be anything near him, of course. Like, that was not my aim, but I just wanted to try that freedom in my art, and these are the results, and they make me feel good when I look at them. So they, yeah, they are good for me.
And that's basically also why you should do art, right? To make you feel good about what you
Yeah,
produce, right? That's sort of your own worst critic or your best critic,
yeah.
right?
You can be your like worst judge, or you can be your best fan. If you balance the two, then you're like in the good spot, if you ask me.
True. Now, well, let's go to your NFTs because that's why you're here. So we're going to go to the shamanic roots. I think those are
Well,
these.
actually, the like
Oh, no,
first NFT collection that I have done on AVAX was a photography collection. But like,
wait, got the wrong one. I see. This one is it. Yeah.
yeah, but this was like my baby, and this was like how I started creating digital paintings. So like, I had a first Oda Boda collection. It's the photographs of the island that I live on. I, of course, used photography first as NFTs because it was my like right arm. Let's say I know how to use it, but like creating digitally was my left arm, and I wasn't so sure that people would like it or not, because I was doing these things in little notebooks when I was traveling, and like showing just my friends. And I never thought like these were paintings. They were just my silly drawings for me. So I was like hesitating, but I said, why not? Like, everyone is doing it, and NFT is a scene to do it. And if I'm going to show to anyone, this is the time, and I can learn more if I like do more. So I just like minted 5 of them. People collected in a day. Then I had to do 5 more, and I hadn't. So I had to like sit on my iPad and created 5 more, and they were collected. And like, it went on after that like a crazy train. And now I'm like drawing each and every day and still painting. And now it kind of feels like my right arm, more like my right arm, my left arm. So yeah, now I can like use both of my arms, but I need 4 more because I have dreams. And like, yeah, it's fun, bro. Like, NFTs pushing you to create more, and that's the best thing about the NFTs. Like, you see your limits, and then you get over your limits, and you have your new limits. And like, as an artist, it's a dream. Like, it
Yeah.
pushes you to be better. And like, it's when no one collects your nothing. If you're the best artist, if you're Leonardo and did the stuff, but they're all hanged on your walls, no one collects, you don't do anymore. Like, you stop,
Yeah.
because like they're all there, you did all you can. But when they are collected, then your studio is empty. Then you have to do more, and you have to be better, better and better. If you're not better, they will say, okay, he was good, and then he stopped. He's just there. Like Metallica with that album, with the Black Album. After that, yeah, I don't wanna like be that in my journey. And NFT just pushes me like to force my boundaries. It's the fun aspect of it, I think.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of very interesting things there. Do you also think that because of the NFTs that it increase your artistic capabilities because you have a better feel for what people like and want, and it sort of motivates you to create more? Or wouldn't you agree?
It's more like this real life, like the life we live. As an artist, you get ready for an exhibition, you get a date, it's like 4 months later, then you like get a little vacation, then like see your family, then you do those paintings in your own time. Like, if 6 hours a day, anytime you want, it's enough. And like, you have 4 months, then you hang those paintings, then after exhibition you have at least 6 months to do another one. So it's slow, bro. Like, here you did a collection last month, it flied, it was perfect, it was the thing everyone talked. And after 1 month you did nothing, and everyone thinks you're dead. Like, it's it's not like where you see, they don't ask, they say you're gone. So you have to like, you have to, this is a fast river, and real life is a slow path. So this is a formula race. You have to be a good driver in a formula race, or you get out of the road. Like you
So
will
it's kind
crash.
of, would you say they complement each other?
They definitely complement each other because, like as I my metaphor, if you're a traditional artist, that's your right arm, and you hesitate to go into the NFTs because like it's a new thing. You have a name there, you have a brand there, and you have to create a new brand for the NFTs. And like it's starting from scratch is back to basics somehow. So it's not easy, but when you start to use that left hand and when you like master it in a way, then you use your right hand in the places you want and you use your left hand in the places you choose. So you can do like twice as more. So I think they definitely complement each other. So yeah, my answer is a big yes.
This is kind of like a Native American art almost.
Yeah,
But can you tell us a little bit about all those different? You already mentioned Göbekli Tepe and Machu Picchu. Can you tell us a little bit about sort of your
gladly.
inspirations?
Gladly, because like I'm when you ask me questions, I start to talk technically. Most of the times did this 2 years, I did this 3 years because blah blah blah. Just I talk about the mathematics, but like the thing I love to talk about is the question you asked. So thank you for asking it first of all. And like shamanic roots is titled shamanic roots because like I am I'm a traveler and like I'm also a traveler of cultures, I can say. Whenever I go to a country, I don't just stay in a good hotel and eat the good food. I go out there and stay in the houses of people. I talk with people. I talk with everyone. And being a photographer, it gives you that passport to talk with everyone and anyone you want. It's a good ticket to get to know people, to connect with people. So I have connected with many cultures, and like when I search deep down, and I'm living in a country where there are tons of struggles on many aspects, and like everyone is thinking they're right. And when I look at the world from a distance, like that micro thing, the world is the same. We are different nationalities, different religions, blah blah, and we are fighting for thousands of years. But like when you look back in the history, in the in the tales, in the mythologies of all cultures, they all speak the same tales. Like they have the same figures. They even have the same tales, like the tale of the Nuh, the big flood.
Yeah.
All the world has it. Like South America has it. Uh, North America has it. We have it. Europe has it. Asia has it. Cambodia have it. Like there are some aspects, and I call those aspects shamanic because it was the oldest religion known. Let's say it was the first meaning that we found against why is nature doing these things to us? Like we were the victims and these were our answers. And then we found human, like we found ourselves, we saw our reflection in the lake, and we thought we were the gods, and then the gods were formed in our forms. And then like we prayed those gods, then those gods became money and we lost the track. Now we, if to balance, if you ask me, we need the shamanic roots. So this was my journey when I was traveling, and these drawings were the things I was thinking when I was like traveling and talking with people. And I just did the same. I just let go my right hand and just, okay, this guy is holding a big flower. We all felt that once in our lives. If we had a little bit of connection with nature, a plant talked to us in another way no other plant did. And this is the reason that we have colors on Earth. Come on, like one flower was in a different color and that attracts some bees. So it survived nature's selection and we had tons of colors. So we all experience the same things over and over again. And I'm just building this shamanic roots collection very slowly, by the way. In a year, I created 66 pieces. I wanted to go and evolve with me. So to see my process, this was one of my first drawings, third drawing. And when you look at the like last one, 66th one, you can see like the different in the style because I'm like 1 year past. So like it's evolving with me and making me mm, more able to tell like the stories I want. So at first I could just use A, B, C, D, E, and it was not easy to tell stories. So I had big lores down below just to balance stuff. But now I learned how to create. Now I have the lores and the pictures. I'm more than happy with this collection. Yeah, it's like my baby, and I'm standing on top of it still. So yeah,
They're really beautiful, and like you keep saying, like the left and the right arm, right? I mean, your right arm is sort of connected to your left brain, and your
yeah.
well, so basically, it's good to work with your left arm, right? Because that's connected to your right brain, which is basically more creative.
It just helps you to balance yourself, because if
Yeah,
one side is more powerful, you're in
yeah,
depression or you hate people. Like, to
true.
be in the balance, you have to balance the both sides. I cannot say I do balance, but I aim to balance myself, and the art helps me to do that. Like, when I get this out, it feels better when
Yeah.
someone like you sees it, and like we have this connection, then it feels a bit more better. So yeah, it helps me to heal, I can say.
And you also said something earlier about sort of how humanity developed and where we came from.
Yeah.
So you're saying like art sort of found was like the origin of that sort of movement of human development, and we have to sort of reconnect with our artistic selves.
Yeah, art is just a bridge, because like we all feel the same thing, but then an singer, let's say, let's change the art form. I don't want to talk about myself when talking about this, but let's say a singer or a songwriter writes a song, and that is the song, that is the thing you are feeling exactly at that second. You had a loss, let's say, and that's the feeling you have, and that person just went it there and created that tune that's like reflects your emotion exactly, your thought, anything about you. And this is art, bro. Like, and the search of it is the artist journey. Like, it's just a search to that core, and if you get close, people start to like more, because we all know what is real and what is not. We all hear what is fake and what is not. So if you see something real and something like something a bit authentic, you kind of connect easier. And I'm just trying to find that core. Like, I'm on a journey to find that core, let's say.
Well, and you sort of continued with that shamanic
Yeah,
idea
this
that you.
this is the latest collection. So after Shamanic Roots, I created the Shamanic Tribe. It's a generative collection of 1,200 pieces. It was, and we burned some to get the Shamanic box. So it kind of evolves. It's a big galaxy, let's say Shamanic galaxy, my little world. And like, these are the totems of the tribe. So you can see the tribesmen down below if you zoom. So that is, those guys are from the second collection. Those are the tribesmen. So those tribesmen, you had burned 5 of them to get a shamanic bug. You can also see
Ah,
that shamanic bug there. It's also a different collection, but these totems are the places that they all meet, so they gather, so they kind of build up, like, you have the shamanic roots. Shamanic roots are the ideas creating the shamanic universe. Shamanic tribe are the people, like the common folk of the shamanic lands. Then shamanic bugs, they are the magical creatures of the shamanic lands. Then the totems, like the big places these gather. And of course, they will all be united and creating blah blah. No alpha here, but yeah, like, it's all growing with me, as I said. And if you are like following my journey, if you have a single NFT, you just like can watch it. It's like living in my studio, and I'm creating there, and we are all like kind of enjoying it. It's fun, bro. Like, it's a artist dream, as I said. Salvador
yeah.
Dali would die for this. Picasso
I,
would die for NFTs, like.
So is there, because
Yeah.
you sort of already mentioned that they're sort of connected and how they sort of work together, is there some place you want to take it? Is there like a dream that you want to sort of
Okay, we
give
have
birth
a
to?
saying in Turkish, and we have thousands of sayings. This goes perfectly well. I will just try to translate it. I was raw, like a raw material. I was raw. Then I was cooked, and I was burned. So there is no reaching to a destination, but there is burning, trying to reach to that destination.
I see.
You
I see.
know,
That's very deep.
my aim is to burn, not to get into a place, like not to reach to a city. When I'm travel, I'm in my van, I'm traveling, and I'm just wanna enjoy the scene from the windows. Like I wanna burn.
Yeah, you just want the experience, like you said
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
And yeah, now for example, I really love those vibrant colors that you use. And I think you already mentioned they are painted, right? These NFTs,
yeah.
or is it a combination of painting and
Well,
digital art?
just some of them. Most of these totems does not have that, do not have that, but in shamanic roots you can see some. There is the sky photos behind, so the backgrounds are
Mhm.
sometimes are the long exposure photographs that I have taken on the island.
Cool.
So you can see the stars, and I just use that uh, just to emphasize this. Let's say we all, when we raise our heads at nighttime to the skies, we all see the same sky. Wherever we are on Earth, we see the same sky. So, like, I just wanted to connect the photography to digital art, and like my journey from that aspect. Like, this is just the background of it, and on the foreground, I see these blah blah blah, these monsters, these totems, these tribe man, blah blah. So yeah, it's helping me to make it helped me to make that passage, and I'm still using it for the roots. It's nice to see the stars, some real stars and some fantasy united.
They're really beautiful, really gorgeous, and really nice
Thank
that
you.
you sort of also explain how they sort of also fit together as different artworks in one art piece, right? So you basically use and merge different techniques to create these
Yeah,
wonderful images.
it's not planned, as I said. Like these are the things I could do, so I just united all of them. And like when you do something like that, it becomes yours. So these are mine, and it feels good. Yeah, it's all the colors I learned from those acrylic pouring. Like I have learned how to, like, if you add a single drop of black, what does it do? I know. If you don't do it, or if you use white instead, what does it do? I know. So like these colors are the things I know, and like these are the photos of my psychedelic trips as well. So yeah, they just united all, like
Yeah.
it's all one. One is all is one. And yeah, it's the same, bro. Like my photos, my paintings, my life, my stories, my travels, all is one. One is all. That's how I
And
feel.
for example, this one also has a lot of symbols around it. Is that
Ah, yeah. Glad you asked. You know what they are? They are real
no?
text, like they are this Sumerian text.
Ah,
Sumerian civilization lived in the Middle East long before all civilizations. Like they invented math, they invented zero, they invented letters, they invented the alphabet, they invented the first religion, the first gods, blah blah blah. They are the first of everything. And uh, some stone tablets have been found in those lands, and like people have done some research about those, and uh, I had found the photos of them, and I had like copied each and every letter, so each and every word there is a real word from a Sumerian text, but it
cool.
was, of course, it's mambo jumbo because I mixed each and every one. So if you're Sumerian and was able to read this, it's probably like house, keys, where, wife, who, food. Like it makes no sense probably, but yeah, it's real Sumerian letters, real Sumerian text, and I just wanted to use that to give a
Well,
like,
maybe it's very appropriate. It's like a seed phrase.
yeah. Yeah. Why not? The Sumerian seed phrase accidentally found by a lousy Turkish artist trying to create an NFT collection that fits perfectly well in human history. I'm in. I'm buying that story. Yeah,
But this is a really beautiful one. This from the Buck series, right?
yeah. Shamanic bucks. You
Yeah.
can also see half of these bucks in the Shamanic tribe collection. So I just took those bucks and multiplied them like created some new bugs, and all bugs have some have a duo, so it's not like 101, it's like more like 102. And why? It will have a reason. Again, I'm just not rushing. I am a hippie living on a van. I am not a crazy train, so it's like it will have its place when the shamanic journey is a bit further, let's say. But now, yeah, now it's a 50-piece collection of bugs with Sumerian letters.
Well, they're gorgeous. Like I said before, I love them, and I also like the whole idea of sort of building your own universe with your own, populations, creatures,
Yeah, it's
totems.
fun. It's
Yeah,
free and fun. It gives you the space to create. Anything can be in there, so you're free to do anything. I just wanted to give myself that space to create anything I wanted. So shamanic word is a magical word for me. Everything can be shamanic or not. So yeah, I I create the free platform for me to create freely.
it is a little bit like Mircea Eliade, and it's sort of like what you call it. It enchants the world, right? Re-enchants the
Yeah,
world.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For example, is a nice example because that iris is a photo.
Mm.
Like it is blended in the drawing, so I painted over it. So it's like 20, 25% photo, let's say, but it is one of my friend's eyes. I was taking macro eye photos when I was a photographer, and like one day I got six of my friends and put them in the studio and took the photos of their eyes, then like Photoshop them, then it was in a folder in my PC, and I didn't go on with that project, and like, okay, it's canceled. And then I found that folder in the PC and said, okay, this goes perfectly well with this project, and I just blended one of my friend's eye there, so you can see her eye kind of as the eye of the painting. And
Wow.
she
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Wow. And it's
yeah, it's
really it's like an iris scan almost, but a green eyes.
yeah.
That's also unusual, right? It's not very
And
common.
her eyes are blue, but like, yeah, as I
Ah,
said, I just
proper.
use the texture of it to give a like real feeling of it. Like, as I said, 25% of the photo is in there, it's blended in the colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just playing in
Yeah. When
Photoshop.
you zoom in, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
This
can
one
see
is.
the soft boxes of the studio there as well, like in the previous one.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and this is for this collection, these are all one of ones, by the way, but I created a generative collection first for the eyes. Like, for the eyes, they're all generated. I created 1000 or like something close to that eyes, and then I used those eyes to create 101 of art. So I just picked two eyes from the bunch and then just kick it
Yeah. They're
like a
really.
101.
They're also
Yeah.
very playful, right? I mean, there's also, I think, a lot of humor or sort of playfulness in your
Yeah,
art.
my motto is, if it's fun, it's good. So
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to create the stuff I want to look at and makes me smile. So let go the inner child, you can say.
True. True.
Mm.
This one is called Transformer. Is that?
Yeah, yeah, transformer. I love those stupid word jokes, and yeah,
Right. Anyway, yeah, they're really really cool, and
thank you.
yeah, we could sort of go on and on because yeah, you make a lot of art, but we're also talking a little bit about Avalanche. So what attracted you to Avalanche as a blockchain?
Well, like, I'll be honest, I was struggling on the Ethereum scene as a photographer, and I knew nothing back then. If I try now, know things will be a lot different. But I joined as a newbie, and like, I was asking everyone, "What is NFT? What do we do? What do we do?" And everyone tells you something, and it's about their own journey. It's not the right way to achieve anything. It's just their way of achieving something. And like, if you copy that 100%, you can just achieve the thing that they achieved. So but for me to understand this, I spent like a year struggling every day, like did some Twitter spaces, blah blah blah, and like I was struggling, and like everyone around me was saying, man, okay, maybe you just quit, or like don't like burn out, just take it easy, blah blah. But I wanted to do something, I wanted to be a builder, but I couldn't. So I wasn't able to collect, I wasn't able to sell, I was just another Twitter account, like just another one of them, trying searching for the drop tweets. This is my art, please buy my art, blah blah blah. That was not feeling good as an artist. Like you don't want to cry, you want to laugh more, to create more. So yeah, and my brother joined the Avalanche system when I was there, like struggling, and I was like that, very depressive. And he uh, released one round of Face Me collection, all sold out in a minute.
Wow.
I I sold one NFT in a year, and he just sold a round in a day, and I was like, "What's going on there?" And then another round, another sold out, another round, another sold out, and I was just asking questions at first, but after 2 weeks, I was on the phone saying, teach me how now," and then he taught me how, and I had AVAX coins in my wallet, but it was just for an investment. I didn't know there was an NFT scene on AVAX, to be honest. Like, and I was on the Ethereum. I thought, "Oh, I will lose all my followers because they will say he quit. I can't do that. I given 1 year to this, blah blah blah." I had all that struggle, but when I switched, I joined that Metamorphs Discord, and there, Sarp, Tap Tap, Ali, Metamorph himself, and like Hodel and all friends, like it was a studio I wanted to create, and like they had given me that space. Then they collected my first NFTs and given me that first kickstart. Then Looney was there, like he collected half of my stuff, and he had like taught me step by step everything about NFTs, from minting to like to community building to everything. And like then I got some new friends. I will not start to count names here because like really it will take uh, 300 or more names to
Wow.
thank. Yeah, because like now I have a big family and everyone helped me, and I tried to help everyone who joined the scene, because like I really struggled on the Ethereum scene and I didn't want anyone to struggle on the AVAX scene. So that somehow that struggle resulted in me helping the community a bit. So yeah, and we are still trying to build that big community, and this pirates thing that you see as my PFP is still the same dream. Now we use our art as for artists, and like we are building that community right now, and it's going really good. Like we expect a much slower start, but like it was 1,000 pieces, and it was a pirate uh, totally surprise mint. No one knew, no one, literally no one, and we created in secret for 3 months in a closed Discord, just like 5 or 6 friends, and then we got out with it. And like our aim was to create a community of 1,000 people that will form in months, but it was sold out in 24 minutes, and now we are trying
Wow.
to adapt to this new community, and like we are ready. The island was ready, but like everyone came with the same ship. We were expecting 10 ships, but
Pirate
everyone
ship.
came with the one big pirate frigate. So yeah, now we are on the island. Now we are back on track. These 2 weeks was a bit crazy for me. I didn't sleep much, but now I'm relaxed. I'm on the island, and the project is going really well. Everyone is happy. Everyone loved the art, and everyone is feeling like a pirate nowadays. And that was our aim. So yeah,
And again, you see your style, right? The colors, the playfulness,
dude,
the
this
size of
is
the
like
character.
really, I can really say this. Not 24, not 26. This is 25% me. We
Still,
really like,
yeah,
yeah, but yeah,
yeah. But it's nice.
I
Like
did,
the,
yeah,
the,
I
the,
did this poster, so you know, you see that style just because of that. I designed this poster, so it has my feeling in it. But when you look at the single NFT, I can see all my friends there. So yeah, it's,
yeah,
I
it's
cannot own it. I will not own it. It does not belong to me. It belongs to the pirates.
Yeah, no, no, of course. But it's
Yeah, yeah.
really cool that you have like a community of friends that are building on one place. And one of the nice things that I sort of discovered doing this NFT series about AVAX artists is that the community is very alive, very vibrant, and very committed and engaged. And I
It's
think,
the best thing about it,
yeah, yeah,
I
and
think.
and then I think always with the project, right? If you want to sort of judge if a project has any merit at all, you basically look at the community, right? If is there a community and what are they doing and are they engaged? And another thing that is of course also important is you take a look if partners outside of crypto
Yeah.
are also interested.
Big news, big news. We were so excited when we heard this. Have you heard this, man? Have you heard this? Amazon, Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's big news, man. The tech is so good, really. I'm using it for the last year every day, and I had clicked each and every button on each and every marketplace. I can say easily that. Like, I'm a collector and an artist, so I mint, I collect, I sell, I flip, I hold, I stake, I do more or less everything. And like, it never failed me once, even in the times of like the big collapses and all. It's just a little slower, but it's always cheap and it's always
yeah,
fast. And like,
yeah,
I hate failed transactions, and on the NFT, a failed transaction is a failed line, and it's so hard to correct it. So having a fast and working system is a bless. And
yeah,
yeah, the NFT scene is building up. It's not like the Ethereum scene. It's not like the Tezos scene, let's say, that is built by the Ethereum guys. But like, we are building a new thing here. And whenever you have new lands, it's like discovering a new continent. You can build the dream you like. You don't have to obey the big guys, like the big cartels. So here we have that free zone. And I'm so glad that I'm using this system. And I'm so glad about reading this kind of news about AVAX, because if AVAX goes big, more people will come here, and this is a good place. We can like get more people in here, and if we have more people, this will get bigger and be more beautiful, if you ask me, because we have a good foundation. Like you said, Web3 is a alone place, bro. Like, it's like you can be the best engineer on the world, but to build a car, either you need to work on a company and doing the things that you have been told, that's a daily job, or you are on the NFTs and you need a community to build that car. You need a good designer, you need someone who knows how to use the car, how to make a wheel, how to make an engine, blah blah blah. So community is a must on the NFTs, and yeah, and AVAX has that community. If you ask me, yes, we have some drama, we have some high school fights, but it's all good as long as you fight. You are live, and we know how to get our lesson and go forward. And everyone wants the best of AVAX. I can be sure of that. And now we have an island to build that future. So I'm bullish on AVAX, I can say.
Well, I really enjoyed this conversation and I learned a ton also about new techniques and,
Me too.
and the way you create art and what inspires you, but also, about AVAX itself. And you are even giving away two NFTs. So we're going to explain to the people after the show how they can sort of win those NFTs.
Perfect.
Well, really thank you for that giveaway. So people, if you're watching
With
or if
my
you're gonna
pleasure.
watch it, uh, stay tuned because you might win one of two
Let me say
NFTs.
which wants to save you from this mess. I will just save you as a host right now, because I didn't told which NFTs they were, so you're kind of mumbling. I will save you. Just give me 1 second. Sorry for the cough. And yeah, it's one Shamanic tribe NFT
Cool.
and one Black Flag Pirates NFT. So
Wow.
yeah, and if you get the Black Flag Pirates NFT, come join the Discord. We are really having fun there. And if you win the Shamanic Tribe NFT, come join the Discord. We are having a lot of fun there too. So yeah, come join the Discords. The fun on the AVAX NFTs is on the Discord. So if you are on the Twitter and thinking that we are dead, we are not dead. We are just on Discord most of the times. So yeah, it's all about it.
Well, yeah, that's super generous and yeah, and a lot of fun, right? I mean, it always creates new members, new excitement, and
Yeah.
it helps the community to grow and get exposure, which is always a good thing. And it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Tunc, for doing this interview. I really enjoyed it. And
Thank you for the really invitation and the conversation. This was fun. This was like a friendly talk, and I got 0 tense, and this was so nice, bro. Thank you for giving me the space to talk about my art. This was like big for me, and I'm feeling proud. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome, and it was my pleasure. To everybody watching, thank you for watching, and for people who watch later, follow us, follow Tunc, of course, on Twitter, join the Discord, and learn more about these amazing projects. And we'll see you later.